Alright guys, welcome once again. Hi Yuko, thanks for joining. We have this problem in which we are given with the value of x and we need to solve for the value of x plus 1 by x. And I'm just waiting for a few more participants to join. Once any one of you is going to give the correct answer along with the correct explanation, then we'll move to the next question. Today we are going to have at least 5 to 7 questions and we'll discuss everything one by one. This is the very first question and where we need to solve for the value of x plus 1 by x. So I'm just waiting for a few more participants to join and I'm waiting for the correct explanation along with the correct answer. This question is just a warm-up question and after this we are going to have the next question soon. So take your time, think about it and solve this. This is a very easy problem. So it should not take that much of time. So I'm just waiting for the correct answers along with the correct explanation. Let's see how many of you can do this. Alright, we have Sheila who says 332. Welcome Sheila, thanks for joining. First of all, Sheila, just let me know what is your approach, how you are getting it as 332. So as you are aware that we need to give the explanation also, right? 18. 332 to 18. That's a big difference. Sheila, could you please share your approach? Alright, we have Yuko also who says 18. That's okay, Sheila. Your answer is correct. For 18 is the correct answer. But I'm just waiting for the correct explanation. If you can give that to Yuko, you also, if you can provide the correct answer along with the correct explanation. Okay, Sheila says x is equal to 9 minus 4 root 5. Yes. Alright, Yuko has given the correct explanation already. Solve for 1 by x and rationalize the denominator and then add with x. That's correct. Alright. So we have one of the participants who has already given the correct explanation, but I would really like to give the short answer for this particular question because we need not to solve for 1 by x actually. Okay. First of all, let me clarify, whenever these kind of problems are given to you and you are given with something like this, right, any value for x and you need to solve for the x plus 1 by x, this trick is always applicable for x plus 1 by x only, right? What you need to do, you need to just square the terms, square these terms only. Now the square of 9 is going to be 81 and square of 4 root 5 is going to be 80. This Sheila, your explanation is also correct. Hi Lalit, thanks for joining. Now square of 9 is 81. I'm just giving you a trick for this one. Square of 9 is 81 and square of 4 root 5 is going to be 80. Now as you can see that the difference between 81 and 80 is only 1. So whenever you are going to have such cases, if you are given with the value of x, you are going to square the terms and if the difference is 1 only, then always your answer is going to be the double of this first term, right? It is always going to be double of this first term. So it's like 9 plus 9 or we can say 2 plus 9. So it's going to give you 18. So your answer is 18. Krishna has already given the correct explanation. Thanks Krishna for joining. So for this particular question, the answer is 18. But every time I'll say whenever you need to solve for x plus 1 by x and you are given with something like this, just square the terms, check out the difference. If the difference is 1, you need not to solve for the 1 by x, then you can directly double this first term and you will get the answer. That's it. Is it clear, guys? Shall we move to the next? Yuko says yes. Okay. Anyone having any doubt in this one? Because you already solved this one. Shall we move to the next? Okay, let's say yes. Let's have the next question. Let's see how many of you can do this one. We do have one more problem. Yes. Now we have this particular question in which we need to solve for the value of theta. I hope it is visible to every one of you. Just refresh the screen if possible. Yes, Sheila, it's the next question. Yes. Yes, Krishna, you are right. So we need to solve for the value of theta. We are given with this particular angle, which is angle ABC, and now you need to solve for the value of theta, and let's see how many of you can solve this one. Take your time. Sheila says 86. Okay, Sheila, but we do need the correct explanation along with the correct answers, right? So yes, Knowledge World is here who says 86. Knowledge World, I got your comment. Anurag says 86. Okay, guys, whatever the answer you are giving, just give the explanation along with that. That would be truly appreciated if you are going to give the explanation, not just the answers only, because I don't need the answer, you know, this thing. AOC is equal to 2ABC. Okay, all right, I'm going to do this. Sheila, angle at the center is double the angle. All right, I got you. So what you guys did actually, you joined this, right? This O with this C. And once you are going to join this, if this is 4, this is going to be double of it, this is going to be 8, right? And this AOC is nothing but an isosceles triangle. So these two angles are going to be equal. So if one is theta, this would also be theta. So for this particular triangle, you will be getting it as theta plus theta 2, theta plus 8 is equal to 180 degree. And on solving this, you will be getting theta as 86 degrees, right? And yes, Anurag has also mentioned. Thank you, Anurag, for your explanation. Sheila, thanks for the explanation. Knowledge World, thanks for the explanation. I hope this is clear to every one of you. Only 3 of the user has given the answer. For rest, I have already given the explanation, I think. Just Yuko, you are also right. Your answer is a bit late as I already gave the explanation, but not an issue. Let's just move to the next question, guys. Let's see how many of you can solve that one. Krishna has already given the explanation. Yes, Krishna. Thanks for the explanation, Krishna. Your explanation is correct. Let's see if this is going to be very easy for one who solved this problem. We need to solve for the value of x, y, and z. I'm just waiting for the correct explanations along with the correct answers. I hope this image is visible to every one of you. Is it? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, now it is pretty much visible, I think. This end is named as B only, nothing else is hidden. This is B. We need to solve for the value of x by z, so I'm just waiting for the answers along with the correct explanation. So let's see who is going to give the answer first. We need to solve for x, y, and z. Take your time. Krishna has given the answer for x, okay. Along with the explanation, that's fine. Y is okay, got you. We have one more user, Prab. Prabh says x is equal to 45. Krishna says y z is equals to 270. Alright, I think Krishna has given the answer for every variable. Yes, along with the explanation. That's very quick. Sheila is at x only. Krishna has already given the answers along with the explanation, guys. You can give it a try and try to give your explanation, that if you have any other approach other than what Krishna has mentioned. Sheila, x is equal to 45, that is correct. Prabh has given the answer for x is equal to 45, that is also correct. We'll just wait for one more minute and then we'll move to the next question. Think about it, take your time. Alright, Sheila says x is equal to 45, y is equal to 90, z is equal to 270. Cyclic angle property, then angle double at the center. Okay, I got you, Sheila. Thanks for the explanation, by the way. Alright, let me just give a brief explanation for those who are there just for watching this and they are not answering this. So this is one. This x and this 3x, they are the opposite angle of the cyclic quadrilateral. So 3x plus x is going to be 180 because opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. We know this. Using this property, we can solve for the value of x, and your x is going to be 45 degree. Now, if this is 45, this is the angle subtended by the same arc at the center. This is going to be double of 45, which is going to be 90 degree. And similarly, if this complete angle, this is the complete angle, right? So this complete angle measures 360. So this much z is going to be, z is equals to 360 minus 90, which is going to be 270. So x is 45, y is 90, z is 270. I hope that is clear to every one of you. So we'll move to the next question directly now. Anyone with any doubt in this one, or else we can move to the next. Let's have this. Give me a minute, I think it's not visible to every one of you. Now it is visible. Yes. This end is nothing but this point is only named as E. You need not to worry about it. You need to solve for x, y and z. Just solve for the value of x, y and z, and let's see how many of you can give the answer for this one along with the correct approach. Take your time. Okay, we do have comments from Krishna who says y is equal to 55, correct. Along with the explanation is given that. Sheila says y 55, x 45, z is equal to 125, but for Sheila explanation is missing. Krishna says DCB is 90, that's correct. So it is going to be 90 minus 55. Alright, correct. Then again Krishna has given the correct explanation for y plus z is equals to z is equal to 125. Alright Krishna, your answers along with the explanations are correct. So again Krishna is the first user to give the correct answers along with the correct explanation. or else we have Sheila Devi who has given the correct answer but explanation is missing. Okay, let's just wait for at least 1 to 2 participants. Only 2 of you are answering here. I'm just waiting for few more to give the correct answers, because there are more than 200 concurrent viewers right now, I can see. And out of 200, only 2 are participating. So what else are doing here? Yes, Sheila, property of the circle. Which property of the circle? Angle at the center. Okay. Angle in the semicircle and the get. And the get. What is and the get? Okay, I'll give the explanation. Yuko is saying explain for x. Yuko, if you could go through the comments only, na, you will get the value of x. Krishna has already mentioned everything in the comments. Why these guys are commenting? Because those who are not getting it, they can get it from their comments, because from the comments only you can get the answers. Along with the answer, they had given the explanation also. So, but the thing is, I'm also going to explain, don't worry about that. But I'm just saying, just look at the comments also. Try to read the comments. Okay, or else their comments are of no use. Okay, let's see. This one is 110, the very first one. So this is 110. This is the angle subtended by the arc AB at the center. So this is going to be half of it. So it's going to be 55, half of 110. Once we are going to get the y, we know this is the O. O is the center. So this BD is going to be the diameter. And we know angle subtended by the diameter or angle subtended by the semicircle at the circumference is 90 degree. So this is a right angle. This entire value is going to be x plus y is going to be 90. We already solved for y, which is 55. Then we can solve for the value of x, right? Subtract 55 from 90, you will be getting x as 35. Now, what else? If you can see, we have x is equal to 35, y is equal to 55. Now consider these two angles. This is a cyclic quadrilateral. This AEB. C is a cyclic quadrilateral, then y plus z is going to be 180. They are opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Shugri Bulot has given the correct explanation. Thanks Shugri for that. X is equal to 35. Yes. Did they mention 45? Yes, Krishna has also mentioned 45. Krishna, x is 35. I wrote it as 35. Shugri Bulot, you are right. Thanks for the correction. Okay. So it is 35, x is 35, I already mentioned it, y is 55, and then z is going to be 180 minus 55. So z is going to be 125. That's it. Right? Alright, let's just move to the next question. I think it's but obvious that everyone has got this one. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. This is going to be a bit difficult if you are not clear about the concepts of the circles. We need to solve for the value of x, y and z. Angle x, y and z. So this is the angle. Let's see how many of you can solve this one. Yes, Krishna, you are right. This happens most of the time. So this is going to be a bit challenging. For this particular question, I don't need the answers, guys. I need the explanation along with the answers. Whatever the explanation you are going to give, let's see who is going to give the correct explanation. Whatever the answer you are giving, just give the correct explanation along with that. That how you are getting those answers, right? Okay, we do have Sheila. Sheila already says 137.5. But Sheila, you need to give the correct explanation along with that. Is XU is 5? It's not 5. XU is 35. It's visible. isn't it? Now is it visible? I hope it is visible to every one of you now. We need to solve for the value of angle XYZ. There are multiple approaches for this particular question. And let's see how many of you are going to use the correct approach and what kind of approach you are going to prefer for this one. Wake up guys, what happened? (137.5) is Sheila has already given one of the answers, but I'm waiting for the explanation. Sheila, if you had given this answer. Mimi is here who says 102.5. Okay Mimi, but I need the explanation as I'm saying this from so long that I don't need the answers only, I need the explanation. Now Sheila is saying if XU is 35, then Y is equals to intersect chord angle. How? Tushar says 110. Sheila, I didn't get your explanation. Could you please briefly elaborate it more? Tushar, 110, if your answer is 110, every one of you is giving different answers, but I do need correct explanation along with that. Tushar, just mention your explanation, whatever the explanation you are going to give. How you are getting it as 110, that matters the most. No one is here, I think. Sugary blot, finally we have one of the users to give the angle VXO is going to be angle VXO. Where is VXO? VXO going, VXO can't be, okay, he's saying about VXO, okay, I got it. VXO, this one is going to be 17.5. Okay. VXO or XVO you are saying? Okay, VXO is also going to be 37. Okay, 17.5. Then that is going to be 65 XOZ. Okay, that's also correct. Angle XYZ is equal to 360 minus 40 minus. Okay, that's a long explanation, but your answer is correct. Sugary blot, I got your explanation. Sheila, thanks for the explanation. I'll explain this one for sure. Sugary, your answer is correct. You have used all of the angles and formed the quadrilateral, and using the angle sum of property of the quadrilateral and then of the reflex angle, you solve this. That's correct. Where is Krishna? I think Krishna is also here. I'm waiting for the comment from Krishna. Krishna, are you here? Yuko says explain sir this one. Yuko, I'm explaining every single question. Okay, I'll explain this one also, don't worry. Okay, let's see. I think Krishna is not here, or maybe he is just working on the problem. Let's see. Guys, I already discussed these kind of questions earlier also, where I usually mention if there is a circle, let me just draw a circle here. If there is a circle and there are two intersecting chords, right? Then the angle formed at the intersection, this angle, is going to be half of the sum of these intercepted arcs, right? These intercepted arcs. So here, if I'm going to use this theorem, let me just erase everything. Let me just erase this diagonal for you, so that you will get a better picture. Give you two different approaches. First one, for that what is visible to you, you are going to take it as it is, and second one, what is not visible to you, you can solve using that also. Wait a minute. Okay, as you can see, I have reduced it to another case. Now this is 35, this is 80. This angle or this angle is going to be half of, right, half of the sum of this 80 and 35. As I told you guys already, that there is a theorem of intersecting chords inside a circle. So it's going to be half of 80 plus 35, right? Am I audible, guys? My voice is audible to you or not? Just let me know this. Hello. Okay. So this, what is this going to be? Half of this is going to be 57.5. So my this angle is 57.5. I can solve for xyz directly using the linear pair property. So this is going to be 122.5 directly, correct? Or else the other approach that you can use, that you could have used, not other approach, using the same case. This angle, this entire angle, it is representing the semicircle only. So this arc is nothing but, this is going to be of 180 degree. And for this angle, you have already solved this. This missing angle is nothing but, as these two were, wait a minute, let me just erase this. As these two angle was 35 and 80, this much arc angle is going to be how much? 65 only, subtracted from 180, right? So now using this case directly, forget about these two arcs, think about these two intersecting chords. Now let's see these two arcs, this 65 and this 180. Directly you will be getting this angle, right? Using the same theorem what we have used earlier, using the same theorem, as I switch the angles here, I can solve for the angle directly. Now 180 plus 65 is going to be 245, and half of 245 is going to be 122.5. So that is going to be a direct answer for this question. There are multiple approaches to this question, but this one is the best approach because we are going to use, this is the simplest one. I won't say this is the best approach. If you remember the theorem concepts, intersecting chords inside the circle, and we can say intercepted arc theorem, then this is the best approach for you guys. Correct? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this approach? Just let me know. If this is clear to everyone, then we'll move to the next question, guys. Just let me know. Got it. Krishna is here. Krishna, I was waiting for your comment for so long. Krishna. Okay. Yuko says no doubt. Okay. Sheila says yes. That's okay. So shall we move to the next question then? Alright, let's just move to the next question, guys. Tushar says, please explain the last step. Tushar, wait. Okay. Last step, this one. I don't know what step you are saying. From where? Let me think about this. This angle is 60. This arc is 65. Is it clear? This xz. Tushar, just let me know. What is your doubt in this? Okay, 65 कहाँ से आया? Wait. Let me erase this one. Now see, this was the diameter. So this arc is also going to be 180, na? Because it's going to be semicircle. So if this entire angle is going to be 180, this is 35, this is 80. How much this xz is going to be? Xu is 35, zy is 80, then xz is going to be 65 only, na? 180. These arc are going to give me 180. So subtract 35 and 35 and 80 is going to be 115. Okay, subtract 115 from 180 will give you 65. Correct? It's clear now, Tushar? Any doubt now? Okay, let's move to the next question then. Did we discuss this one? I think not today. Okay, have this. Give me a minute. Let me just adjust the screen. We need to solve for the value of x, y, and z here. Take your time. Give me the answer. This PS is nothing but the tangent, right? This TS is nothing but the diameter. This O is the center of the circle, and S is the point of tangency. Vikram is here. Vikram says X is 25, Y is 50. But I don't need the answers, Vikram. We don't need the answer. We need the correct explanation along with the answers. So if you can give the correct explanation, that would be really appreciated. Krishna has given the correct explanation. TSR is 90. TSR, yes, TSR is 90, correct. Tangent है क्योंकि x plus 90, x is 25. Vikram is saying okay, OSP is 90, correct. Apply angle sum property. Yes, Vikram, your explanation is correct. Thanks for that. X is 25, then y is going to be double of it using the another property of the circle. Yes, Sheila. Radius is perpendicular to tangent and using the angle sum property. Okay. Sheila has given the correct explanation. OQT, OTQ, correct. 2x is equal to 50, sorry, x is going to be, alright, y is equal to 2x. What about z? We do need the value of z also. Anyone who can solve for the value of z? Z is 40. Yes, Krishna has given the, Ritesh has given the answers. Samval is, z is 35. Z is not 35. Z is not 35. Z is 40. Yes, Vikram, your explanation is correct. Alright, I think most of you has already given the answer. So let me just give the explanation for those who are still not getting it. We have Yongin Moe who says TSR is 90, correct. Y is equal to 2x due to math theory. I forgot the name. Okay, that's okay. Y is equal to 50. Z is equal to 180 minus. Okay, correct. Alright, let me just give you a brief explanation for this. This TS is the diameter, and we know radius and the diameter are perpendicular to the tangent. So this is going to be perpendicular. So it means it is a right angle, right? Now consider this triangle, this TSR. We can solve for the value of x using the angle sum property, and the value of x is going to be how much? It is 25. You guys have already solved for this. Now if this x is 25, this is the angle subtended by the arc at the center, this arc, this QS, right? So y is going to be the angle subtended at the center. So if this is 25, y is going to be double of x, y is going to be 2x. So y is going to be 50 because x was 25. Now as y is 50, now use this particular triangle. We have everything. This is 90, this is 50. We can solve for z. Z is going to be 40. For those who are giving the answer like z is 35. Yes, Sheila, I got your comments. You already given the approach explanation for z. So your x is 25, y is 50, z is 40. Sugary blot, yes, your explanation is correct. Thanks for the explanation. Okay guys, let's just move to the next question without wasting any time further. Let's see how many of you can do that. This one. Now in this particular problem, we need to solve for the value of x, y and z, not x, y and z, sorry, a, b, c and d. Let me just arrange the screen for you guys. Wait a minute. Yes, this is visible now. We need to solve for the value of a, b, c and d. Take your time, solve for a, b, c and d. Give your answer for a, b, c and d, and along with the correct explanation I need the answers. Let's see how many of you can answer this. Take your Vikram says C is 66, I guess. Okay, you're just guessing, but guessing will not work. I need the explanation. A is 58. We have Tushar who says A is 58. Okay, guys, this AB is a tangent, O is a center, this X is a point of tangency, and these two sides are mark equal, right? This YZ is equal to this YX. Krishna is saying yes. Vikram, you can check the comment of the Krishna. He has mentioned that what you have forgot. Some secant tangent theorem. It's not. It's the alternate segment theorem, we can say, or we can say the tangent chord theorem. C is 66. Krishna has given the answer. Sheila has given the answer. Sambal has given the answer for A, I think. Yes. Rao says A is equal to 58. Sambal has given the explanation. Yes, I got you, Sambal. Okay, let's see. What about B? For B also, I think one of the user has given the correct answer. Sheila Devi has given the answer for B, but no explanation was there. Dhananjay Pratap is saying C66, A58. Dhananjay, if you are just giving the answer, that won't work. We don't need the answer, we need the explanation. D is 33. Tushar, for D, we do need the correct explanation. But because everything else can be solved by everyone easily, I think they're going to suffer for D only if they are going to. Yes, Sheila says D is equal to 28.5. Sheila, whatever the answers you are giving, just give the explanation, right? We need an explanation strongly. For D, I need the explanation. For C, most of the users have already given the explanation. For A and B, it is pretty much clear. We need the explanation for D. Krishna says A is equal to 58. Yes, correct. Sugary blot A is 58 by angle sum. C is 66 by, because ZX is also 66. Okay. ZXO is 90 minus 66, which is ZXO. Okay. Yes. Yes. Correct. Where is that comment? Sorry. ZXY is 57. So D is going to correct. I got you. So many approaches. D is equal to 33. We have Mary Jones who says X is equal to 90. Don't write X, because yes, however, I got you what you are saying. D is not 32, Tushar. Rao says D is 33, but no explanation is given. Ritesh says B is 29. Yes, Ritesh, B is 29, but you haven't mentioned for A and B, and explanation is also missing. Alright, I think one of the users had already. I'm going to explain for B for everyone. For every single variable, I'll give the explanation. But we have one of the users who has already given the answer for every variable, I think. Sugary blot. So along with the correct explanation, he has given the correct answer. So let's just move to the explanation part. I'm going to give the explanation now. See, as I mentioned this earlier, I'm going to hide this one. This OX is the radius, we know this. So radius are perpendicular to the tangent, so this is going to be a right angle. Now using this triangle OXB, I can solve for the value of A easily, right? So this A is going to be 58. Easy. A is 58. Now for those who are struggling to find B, see this. This XC is an arc, right? So this A is nothing. This A is the angle subtended by this arc at the center. And if we are going to look at B, this B is also subtended on this arc, but this B is subtended at the circumference. So there is a theorem that says that the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same arc at the circumference. So B is going to be half of A. So it's going to be 58 by 2. So it's going to be 29 degree. I hope that is clear. Sugary, I didn't give the value of B actually. I did. Is it? I forgot maybe. Okay, no worries. I'm just giving the explanation now. So B is 29, right? A is 58. B is 29. This is also clear. Now let's just move to the C. If I'm going to see this angle, this is the tangent, right? This is the chord, and angle between tangent and chord is 66. And we know that the angle between tangent and chord is same as the angle between the alternate segments. So if I'm going to draw this triangle, we need to skip this segment because this is not alternate, this is adjacent to this angle, right? The alternate segment are these two segments, and the angle between these two segments is C. So the this alternate segment theorem says that C is going to be 66. The angle between tangent and chord is same as the angle between the alternate segments. So C is going to be 66 directly. Now this is also clear. We are left with the D, right? Yes, Krishna, you gave the explanation for B, correct? I checked it out. Now we are left with the D only. For D, many of the users have already given the answer, but everyone has given some different approach. D is 33. How we are going to solve this? What we are going to do? See, If I'm going to highlight this triangle XYZ, two of the sides are already marked equal. This side is equal to this. So it means this angle, this entire angle is equal to this entire angle. I'm going to hide the D here. Base angles of the isosceles triangle are equal. Two of the sides are equal, so the triangle is isosceles, right? We already have C, this is 66. We can solve for these two angles. Let's just mark this at X. We can solve for the value of X, right? This X is nothing. This X is going using the angle sum property. These angles are going to be 57 degree. This is also going to be 57 degree. So now you have this particular angle as 57. You can solve for this, or you can do one thing. Now see, if this is 57, these are the angle between two alternate segment. This is the chord, this is the tangent. So this 57, so this is also going to be 57 using the alternate segment theorem, that the angle between tangent and chord is also same as the angle between the alternate segments. So this 57, this is also 57. Now add these two angles, because this OX is perpendicular to this BX. This entire angle is going to be 90. So D plus 57, this much is 57, is going to give you 90. D plus 57 is 90. So from here you can solve for D, that is 33. You can do so many of things. You can use the straight angle theorem. You can solve for this angle also, because this entire was 57. You can use 66 and this and solve for this. Then D plus this angle is going to be 57. Do whatever you want to do, right? Krishna has given the explanation. Yes, you can use that also. D plus 24, I already mentioned that. D is 33. There are multiple. This is geometry, and the beauty of the geometry is this only, that we can have multiple approaches. So we solved for A, B, C and D. I hope this is clear to every one of you, right? Yes, it is shorter. Yes, this is the shortest approach, I think. You can use it. All right, let's just move to the next question then. And maybe the last question. Let's see how many of you can solve this. Give me a minute. We are given with the triangle. And we can see the circle is inscribed inside a triangle. Perimeter of the triangle is already given to you, that it is 18. All of the sides are equal. We need to solve for the value of what value of area of the circle. We need to find the area of the circle. Take your time. Let's see how many of you can do this. We have Neha, Ajay Baru says 3, Vikram says 3 pi, Yash says 9 root 3. 9 root 3 is incorrect. Guys, whatever the answer you are giving, just give the explanation. Yash, 9 root 3 is incorrect. Ajay is saying A is equal to 2 root R is equal to A upon 2 root 3. Okay. Radius of incircle. Apply that radius. Answer will be 3 pi. Sugary Bulot has used trigonometry, I think. Yes. Abhishek, what is your answer? I didn't get your answer. We are not solving for the equilateral triangle. We are solving for the area of the circle. Sheila has given the answer. Ajay is saying A is equal to 6. Yes, side of every triangle is 6. Pi r square is the formula for the circle. ठीक है. Vikram 3 pi is correct. Samval says 3 pi is correct. Okay, I can see that all of you are using the direct formula for the radius, which is given as like either root 3 by 6, or we can say root 2 root 3, A upon 2 root 3, right? Okay, let's just wait for a few more because this is the last question to give the correct answer. Let everyone participate. You derived from theorem. Yes, that's correct. That is derived from. But what if we are going to forget that formula? We need not to derive it. We can use the trigonometry directly, right? If you are aware of trigonometry, let's just wait for a few more. Vikram is saying the correct. Krishna has given the correct explanation. Okay. Okay. Centroid of a triangle. Yes, you are right. Alright guys, we have enough of the users to give the correct answers, I think. I'll be using trigonometry directly because I'm not going to give the explanation for this. This is 18, right? Perimeter is 18. As all of the sides are equal, so triangle must be equilateral. So all of the sides are going to be 6, 6, 6. And we know for equilateral triangle, the center of the circle lies on the median, right? So if I'm going to join this, and let's say this, I'm going to join this side. What is this going to be? This is the radius of the circle. So this is going to be perpendicular to the tangent. We don't know about anything about this. Let's just write it as R. Correct? Now, if all of the angles are 60 degree, and as I mentioned that this O is nothing but the centroid also. So if I'm going to join this, so these all angles are 60 degree. This is going to be 30 degree. Correct? And this entire side is 6. This is going to be half of 6. This is going to be 3, and this much is also going to be 3. Now we do have this triangle. We can apply the trigonometry directly. This R, which is perpendicular, and this is the base, right? So can I write R upon 3 perpendicular upon base is equal to tan tan theta, which is 30 degree. So we have r upon 3 is equal to 1 by root 3. And on simplification, if I'm going to take this 3 on another side, I'll be getting r is equal to root 3. This approach is also used by one of the user already, right? So r is going to be root 3. We have the r. We can solve for the area. Area is going to be 3 pi. This is the one of the approach. Or else, if you can derive the formula for this one using the same, you can derive the formula which is going to be a by 2 root 3. That's also the same. So this a by 2 is nothing but this 3 only, right? So that's also fine. CMEPTU root 3 is not the correct. Root 3 is the radius. However, we are solving for the area, so area is going to be 3 pi. 3 pi is the answer for the area. I hope this is clear to every one of you. Right? Shall we have one more question then? Pinky is also here. Pinky, your explanation is correct. Okay. Okay, clear. Let's have one more question, I think, guys. We can have one more question. Give me a minute. This was the last question actually, but let's have one more. Give me a minute, just a minute. Let's have this. Ajay is saying 10 more questions, please. No, 10 more. We already did 7 to 8 questions. So we are going to have the next question, Ajay. Don't worry about that. We're going to have the next session today only, evening at maybe 5 or 5:30. So I hope to see you there at the same time. Let's see. We have this last question. We need to calculate the shaded area region. Rest everything is quite obvious. You need not to give the answers in terms of decimals here. I need the answers in terms of pi. Okay, so only answers are not acceptable. Vikram has given the answer, but I know he is going to write the explanation also. Let's just wait for the explanation. Very easy, very simple. Let's see. Vikram, your answer might be a correct one, but we do need the explanation along with the answers. Sugary Blot has given the answer already. Vikram has given the answer, but what about the explanation? I'm waiting for the explanation. Everyone is just giving the explanation, the answers only. Rao has given the answer. Vikram, Pinky, area of the quarter 1 by 4 pi into 9. Krishna has given the explanation. That's correct. From the mentioned 4 equal lines. Yes. Length of those equal sides is going to be 3 centimeter, as the area of the shaded region is going to be correct. Got you. The radius of the quarter circle is the side of the square. Yes. Right. That is 3. Correct. Sugary Blot, Vikram. You can see every one of you has given the 27 by 4 pi is not right. 1 by 4 of pi r square, half of the square. Yes. Area of quarter. Yes. Rao, correct. That's commendable, guys. Thank you for your explanation. Thanks for your participation. I hope this much is pretty much clear to everyone, because this area is representing the area of this square. So the side is going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, right? So if I'm going to see this side is 3, this is also marked equal, so this is also going to be 3. So for the triangle, if I'm going to use half into base into height, this is going to give me 9 by 2. For triangle only, 9 by 2. And for this quadrant, I'll be using pi r square by 4. So r is nothing but this radius only, which is 3, correct? This side only. So this is going to be 9 pi by 4. So my answer is going to be 9 pi by 4 plus 9 by 2. And you guys have already given the answer in terms of decimals. Someone has wrote it as 4.5, someone has wrote it as 9 by 4 as 2.25. Everything is correct. 4.5 plus 2.25 CMEPTU. Correct. Sugary Blot has given the answer in decimals also. That is also correct. Correct. Vikram, Sugary Blot, Rao, CM, Ajay, Sheila, Krishna, Pinky also. Not VMP said hi. So all of them has given the correct answer. So this was the last question, guys, for today's session. I hope, which is equal to 27 by 4. Okay, you have taken the LCM also. But that is not going to be 27 by 4 also still. Because we don't have pi here, Sheila. Right? Welcome, Krishna. Thanks for joining, by the way. Alright, guys, we will have the next session today only. And maybe from tomorrow onwards, we are not going to have the morning sessions. We'll be having morning sessions for Saturdays only. And if it is going to be possible, if I am available for the morning, I'll be taking the session for sure. But for the evening, it is always confirmed. We are going to have the session after 5 onwards. Like it could be at 5:15 or at 5:30. Yes, Sheila, no worries. It's okay. Alright, guys, then. That's all for today. Let's call it a day, and I will see you in the evening at the same timing. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day. See you in the next one. Yes, Pinky, and 7-1 is also there. That is fixed for that channel. Don't worry about that. That was not 7-1 actually. It's 7:30. Bye, Ajay. Bye. All right. Bye, everyone.